the honestly, well, take for example maybe another criticism people might have had. Um, the fight between Vader and Luke at the end of six is everything symbolic. Everything it's a dance of emotions more than it's a display of lightsaber skills. Although it was that too. Whereas Anakin versus Obi-Wan it seems at first like it's just two alpha males hacking away at each other with laser swords. But that's because people don't give this thing enough of a chance. I mean,
No.
my goodness, listen to Battle of the Heroes. Listen to the pathos and the tragedy in that. I saw an interview with Lucas the other day where he was saying I talked to John Williams, the guy who composed the Star Wars soundtrack, and I wanted to take whatever the name of the one was from episode one. Like I wanted him to write a piece for this fight that would specifically convey the betrayal and the pathos of Master versus Padawan into this, compared to the also excellent fight scene between Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan and Maul in episode one.
Yeah, and just everything that happened in that lightsaber duel on Mustafar, it was, it's just such a powerful going back and forth between Anakin versus Obi-Wan and then Yoda versus Palpatine. The two most iconic battles going simultaneously with the music switching up in between the scenes. One of them we're just seeing two guys being Yoda and Palpatine. One of them is the good side of the Force, and the other one is the dark side of the Force. And these two guys have really no love lost for each other. They are just going at it. Palpatine's throwing those big Senate seats at Yoda, and they're pulling out all the stops. They got no remorse for each other whatsoever. But with Anakin and Obi-Wan, you see, a little bit different. You're seeing them, swinging from the. I mean, they're fighting for survival. Like, there's a lava river going on and everything, and they're talking to each other during the fights. Obi-Wan's still trying to kind of pull Anakin back in.
You can tell Obi-Wan you can feel, like, you can almost absorb his feeling of betrayal and loss and heartache in that. How he's going out to stop Anakin because he feels responsible for having created this whole mess in the first place. He tells Anakin, I failed you. I failed you. There's
Yeah.
so much in that scene, and so many people, I think, just see it as this sort of mindless martial arts duel or something.
Yeah, I've heard people make that argument that, oh, this was just some overdrawn, overdone battle sequence. But the reason why it was as long as it was is because, I mean, Anakin at that point had probably lost all love and respect for Obi-Wan, but Obi-Wan still, because remember when Yoda and Obi-Wan are talking in the ruins of the Jedi Temple, when it's first revealed that Anakin's the one that slaughtered all these younglings, Obi-Wan immediately says, "Send me to kill the Emperor. I can't kill Anakin. He's like my brother." Which obviously, if Obi-Wan went up against Palpatine, Obi-Wan would have no chance. But you can just see the compassion Obi-Wan still has for Anakin, which is why that battle was dragged out so long, because Obi-Wan at that point is still better than Anakin. He's probably could have beaten him sooner in that battle, but he's still conflicted. You're out there battling the elements, you're fighting something that you created. You still want the hope that he can come back and be good. And before the fight, Obi-Wan's screaming at the top of his lungs, I'm for democracy. I'm not trying to take over, because Anakin's whole new montage against the Jedi was that, oh, the Jedi hoodwinked me this whole time. They were the ones trying to take over, which, in part was probably an emotional response to trying to save Padme. But, Obi-Wan.
I think it's also the dark side clearly clouds your vision and twists your mind and makes you conspiratorial essentially, and in this mindset you see in politics a lot of times today, where everyone is out to get you
Mhm.
because of, like you talked about, that ambition that the dark side plays on, and then builds into what becomes really your primary character quality as a Sith Lord.